up, One City Church? Pastor Jesse here.
And Pastor John. Hey, we just want to bring you some news about this fall and also a word of encouragement for today.
Yeah, so we know that this season has just been such a trying time for everybody. Even this week has been full of news, and in general, it's been kind of bad news that we hear, right? We would probably look around our world right now and say it's fairly dark. When we look at the news, when we look at the environment, when we look at America, we would say it's a little bit dark right now. 2020 probably isn't our favorite year on the books, right? This week alone, we've seen the explosion in Beirut. We've had more bad news about COVID. We've learned that our kids are going to be schooled online. We've heard news about sex trafficking and just so many different things that can kind of feel overwhelming and can just feel dark. And I don't know about you guys, but I think for a whole bunch of us, right, the way that we respond and the way that we responded this summer is, well, let's just try to be optimistic and let's look for the bright side of things. And let's look for the good news within the bad news. And let's hope that maybe next month is a little bit different, right? And we're just kind of hoping for a glimmer of hope, right? Like in the middle of this bad news. I remember years ago hearing about Mr. Rogers, and when he would watch the news with his mom, things were kind of scary or something would come on that was a little bit disturbing to him. His mom would look at him and she would say, son, she would say, look for the helpers. In the middle of all this, look for the helpers. And I think for you and for me, the challenge for us for the last 5 months of 2020, One City Church, for the last season of this year, the challenge for us is not let's look for the good, but actually to do one better than that, and to actually be the good. It's one thing to be a person that looks for hope within a scenario, but it is quite another to be a bearer of hope. It is one thing to be a person that looks for the light in the darkness, but it is quite another to say, I'm going to be a person that brings light and is a bearer of light in the darkness. And right now, what our world is hoping for and what our world is needing is the church of God to actually bring the light, to bring the hope, to bring the ambition, the purpose, the forward momentum, the expectancy, the faith, and the promise of our Jesus. And so that's our challenge to you, One City Church, is to not just this fall, be looking and wishing and kind of, hoping for a glimmer of hope, but instead to actually bring the hope and bring the light. I love the book of Isaiah. It says this, it says, feed the hungry and help those who are in trouble. Then your light will shine out of the darkness, and the darkness around you will be as bright as noonday. The Bible says that I actually have the power through the Lord, through our God, to transform darkness into light if I would but serve people around me. And so maybe that for you looks like serving your neighbor. It looks like giving yourself away for the sake of another person. It looks like going out of your way to make sure that somebody at the supermarket has a better day than they did before you showed up. This is a season where we don't back away and we don't shrink back, but instead we lean in, and we're not just looking for good, but we're actually bringing good.
At One City Church, this is exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be hope dealers. We're going to be bringing help to those who need it the most. Just want to share with you all the things that are coming this fall. November 15th, we are launching One City Church. It'll be in person. It'll be online. For in-person gatherings, we're going to have an RSVP website set up, so you can, sign up for what service you can attend. If there's 50 people who can come, and that's what our governor allows, great. More, less, whatever happens, we're going to be doing this, and we're going to be launching our services. And then for online, if you don't feel comfortable being in person, hey, you can enjoy our service from the comfort of your own home. Invite friends, invite family. It's going to be amazing. And also, with that, we will be providing our Wonder Kids programming. In person, your kids will have the opportunity to hear about Jesus, to experience the goodness of God. And if you're watching from home, hey, we'll be able to provide that material for you and your family and for the kids that are going to be joining and being a part of services. Until then, in the meantime, we are launching our One Groups. This will be happening August 15th, starting at 12:30 p.m. at the studios at Overland Crossing. Lunch will be provided, childcare will be provided. This is your way to get plugged into small community that
Yeah.
we're going to be growing pre-launch prior to November 15th. So August 15th, 12:30 p.m., Overland Crossing Studios. It's going to be amazing. Also, Kitchen 1 for 1, we will be serving there twice a month. So just put this on your calendar, the first Monday of every month and the third Wednesday of every month. We are serving Kitchen 1 for 1. So please participate, be a part of that with us. Hey, and lastly, every Wednesday morning, 8 a.m., we do prayer gathering. So currently it's online, but hey, our hope is that it's in person very soon. And so, look out for that and participate with us. Until then, One City Church, we love you.
We love you.
We are for you. We're so stoked
Yeah.
for what God's doing here in Denver and through One City Church. We just want to last thing, encourage you. You are the hope. You are the light to somebody in your life.
That's right.
And so, hey, we love you, and we'll see you August 15th. Till then, bye.